In the world of crime scene cleanup, my partner Alex and I thought we'd seen it all. We were proven wrong one fateful night, leading us to question if this job was worth the peril. This story unfolds our chilling encounter, pushing us to the brink of abandoning our profession altogether. Our tale begins on a seemingly ordinary day. "Alex, grab the gear. We've got a new assignment," I yelled, urgency lacing my voice as we prepared our equipment. Alex, my steadfast partner and friend, and I ran a modest but successful crime scene cleanup service. It was a tough job, but it paid well, and we had grown somewhat numb to the gruesome aspects of our work. Little did we know, our latest job would test our resolve like never before. We loaded our van and set off, maintaining our pride in punctuality. Our destination was a grand, albeit neglected, estate located in a secluded part of town. It was said to be vacant after a mysterious incident, locked away from the prying eyes of the public. Upon arrival, the imposing sight of the decaying mansion did little to prepare us for what lay inside. Our task seemed straightforward: clean up and leave no trace of the tragedy that had occurred. However, the job took a sinister turn when I thought I caught a glimpse of someone watching us from an upper window. Dismissing it as my imagination, we proceeded inside, only to be greeted by an immaculate interior that belied the horrors we were about to uncover. As we explored the mansion, seeking the heart of our cleanup task, we stumbled upon a master bedroom painted in the grim palette of a violent end. Blood and remnants of a tragic altercation marred the opulent room, confirming our worst expectations. Yet, it was not the gruesome scene that unnerved us, but the inexplicable occurrences that followed. The mansion seemed to come alive with eerie sounds and chilling drafts. Our equipment mysteriously vanished, replaced by the haunting melody of an old Disney song emanating from a distant room. Driven by a mix of curiosity and duty, I ventured towards the source, only to find a ghostly figure from the past, lost in a world of her own madness. The woman, dressed in a bygone era's finery, was trapped in a delusional fantasy, waiting for her prince while harboring a darkness that had already claimed lives. Confronted with her deranged presence, armed and dangerous, we found ourselves ensnared in a deadly game of deceit and survival. In an attempt to escape, we employed a mix of cunning and sheer luck, navigating the treacherous corridors of the mansion and the twisted psyche of our captor. The situation escalated to a harrowing climax, with lives hanging in the balance, as we fought to subdue the specter of vengeance that haunted the estate. Surviving the ordeal by the skin of our teeth, we emerged not as mere cleaners of crime scenes, but as survivors of a nightmare that refused to end. The woman vanished without a trace, leaving behind only the echo of her madness and the lingering question of her existence. This encounter left Alex and I profoundly changed, pondering the true cost of our line of work. The scars we bore were not just physical, but etched deep within our souls, a constant reminder of the night we stared into the abyss and the abyss stared back. As we contemplate our future, one thing is clear: our days of crime scene cleanup are numbered. The search for a new beginning is on, one far removed from the shadows we've come to know all too well. To our audience on YouTube, this tale serves as a reminder of the unseen dangers that lurk behind closed doors and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unspeakable horror. We hope it leaves you with a newfound appreciation for the mysteries that bind us and the strength to overcome the darkness within and without. What do you think? Is there a place for us in a world less haunted by the ghosts of the past? As we turn the page on this chapter of our lives, the lessons learned from that harrowing night will undoubtedly shape our future. The encounter with the ghostly figure, the battle for survival, and the haunting aftermath have not only made us question our profession, but also our resilience and the very nature of human fragility. The decision to leave the crime scene cleanup business was not made lightly. After all, it had become more than just a job for Alex and me. It was a part of who we were. Yet the realization that some scars run too deep and the risks outweigh the rewards compelled us to seek a safer, more grounded path. In the weeks following our escape, we spent much time reflecting on our experiences, discussing our aspirations, and considering the possibilities that lay ahead. Our bond, forged in the fires of adversity, remained unbroken, but our desire to confront the macabre on a daily basis had waned. The world, we realized, was full of opportunities to make a difference without courting death at every turn. We began exploring careers that would allow us to use our unique skills and experiences in less perilous environments. Disaster recovery, albeit on a more natural scale, appealed to us. The idea of helping communities rebuild after natural calamities offered a sense of purpose and the fulfillment of contributing to the greater good without the constant shadow of human malevolence. Environmental cleanup also emerged as a compelling field. The prospect of restoring natural habitats, combating pollution, and promoting sustainability resonated with our newfound appreciation for life and the delicate balance of our ecosystem. It presented a way to cleanse the earth of a different kind of blight, one that threatened not just individual lives, but the planet as a whole. Throughout this period of introspection and exploration, we documented our journey, sharing our thoughts, fears, and hopes with our YouTube audience. The support and encouragement we received were overwhelming, reminding us that our story had touched a chord with many. It reinforced the idea that every end heralds a new beginning, and that the most profound changes often stem from the darkest moments. As we prepare to embark on this new chapter, we do so with a sense of optimism and a commitment to making a positive impact. Our adventure in crime scene cleanup may have come to an end, but our story is far from over. We invite our audience to join us as we navigate the uncharted waters ahead, sharing our experiences, challenges, and triumphs. To those who have followed our journey through the shadows, we offer a heartfelt thank you. Your engagement has been a source of strength and inspiration, a beacon of light in the darkest of times. Together, we look forward to discovering what the future holds, confident that whatever path we choose, the lessons learned from our past will guide us toward a brighter, more hopeful horizon. What do you think, viewers? Are you ready to join us on this new adventure? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates from our journey beyond the crime scene tape into a world of hope, healing, and renewal. As Alex and I embarked on our search for a safer, more mundane line of work, the shadow of that night lingered, a specter that haunted our every step. We sought normalcy, a return to a life untouched by the macabre, but fate, it seemed, had a twisted sense of humor. Several weeks passed since our harrowing escape from the mansion. We'd interviewed for various positions, eager to put distance between ourselves and the world of crime scene cleanup. Yet, as we soon discovered, escaping our past was not as simple as we had hoped. One chilly evening, as we sat in a local diner discussing our future, a news report on the television caught our attention. Local police baffled by mysterious crime scene, the headline read. The reporter detailed a gruesome discovery in a suburban home, eerily reminiscent of the horrors we had encountered in the mansion. What sent chills down our spine, however, was not the description of the scene, but the reporter's mention of a single haunting clue left behind. A note, elegantly penned, bearing the words, "Someday my prince will come." Alex and I exchanged a look of disbelief and horror. The implications were clear. The woman, our tormentor from the mansion, was not just alive, but continuing her twisted quest, leaving a trail of destruction in her wake. The realization that we might inadvertently be tied to these new crimes, witnesses to the origins of a madness that refused to be contained, was a weight too heavy to bear. In that moment, an unspoken decision was made between us. We couldn't run from this. To do so would be to abandon those who might suffer at the hands of this phantom menace. We had unique knowledge, a responsibility. Our path forward became clear. We would use our experience, our survival, that were to aid in her capture, to put an end to the cycle of violence and madness. The next days were a blur of activity. We contacted the authorities, shared our story, and offered our help in any way we could. Our insight led to a breakthrough in the case, a pattern emerging from the chaos she left behind. As the investigation progressed, we found ourselves drawn deeper into a world we had sought to escape, but this time with a purpose that transcended our own fears. Then came the night that would change everything. Following a lead, we accompanied a team of detectives to a suspected hideout, a derelict house on the outskirts of town. The air was thick with tension as we entered, a sense of déjà vu enveloping us. Room by room we searched, until, in the basement, we found her. Not the monster we expected, but a shadow of a person, broken and alone, surrounded by the trappings of her delusion. As the officers moved to apprehend her, she looked up, her gaze meeting mine. In that instant, I saw recognition, a flicker of the person she might once have been, before the abyss claimed her completely. "You," she whispered, her voice barely audible. "You came back." The twist of fate was cruel and ironic. In seeking to escape our past, Alex and I had been drawn back into the darkness. But this time we emerged not just as survivors, but as catalysts for closure, both for the victims of her madness and perhaps for the woman herself. Our lives resumed, forever altered by our brush with the abyss. We found new purpose, aiding law enforcement with our unique skills and insights, standing as a beacon of hope for those touched by darkness. Yet, in the quiet moments when the shadows grow long, we are reminded of the thin line between sanity and madness, and the haunting truth that sometimes the past refuses to stay buried. And so, our tale concludes, not with an end but a beginning, a reminder that even in the darkest of stories there can be a glimmer of light if only we have the courage to pursue it. Thank you for listening to my channel.